Welcome to Pickin, the Dream Band podcast. With me, Dan, and my co-host is 99% Fret, Danny Beardsley.
99% Fret?
Fretboard. You're a fretboard, aren't you? You're a human fretboard.
It's because I'm always fretting.
Well, no, I didn't mean it in that way.
I'm like a worrying person.
You are always fretting, but fretting chords.
Oh!
There you go. How are you, dude? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Nice to see you, dude.
Good. Yeah, all good, dude. All good.
What should we talk about today?
Well, what have we been up to?
What have we...
No,
where does it?
We haven't got one for that yet.
No. Well, should we talk about a drink first?
Oh, what is it, Danny?
Tea-chat.
Tea-chat with Danny and Dan.
It's Farrers. Is that how you say it? Farrers?
Farrers, established in
Farrers.
1819, which is a tea and coffee merchant. And it's a decaf tea, which is brilliant because you can just have tea at any time of the evening if you have trouble with caffeine, if it keeps you awake at night.
Some people might like the caffeine.
Would you like to read the blurb on the front?
A brisk, bright, amber Ceylon tea with the caffeine removed. A refreshing brew. Ideal to drink any time of the day. 50 tea bags.
There you go.
There you go. Ingredients, 100% black tea. Simple. Well, I mean the bag. There's the bag as well, isn't there?
Yep.
The bag's not made of tea. As we've established, Danny. Well, Tea Pig's bags are made from biders.
I've soaked it out.
They simply silk the bag out, don't we? Silk the bag out. We also, dude, went to see the Panthers play, didn't we?
We did, New Year's Eve. Brilliant game, wasn't it?
They smashed them. So who was it? Was it Coventry?
Yeah,
played
Coventry Blaze.
Was it 9-9?
9-2.
9-2. There was everything. There was goals galore, violence.
One player got sent off permanently for the rest of the match.
I think it was probably well deserved. The guy that injured the other guy was just abused all night by the rest of the players and the crowd.
Yeah. Somebody got boarded, which we found out is something to do with like them slamming their face into the board.
Yeah, but that seems to happen quite a lot.
Lots of hooking.
Lots of hooking. That seems to happen quite a lot, the boarding, without any sanction. So I can't work out what's allowed and what's not allowed.
Yeah, we watched the Did you say VAR?
Yeah,
That's very hard to say.
You're not a football fan, are you, Danny?
No, I'm not a football fan.
You've got no idea what VAR stands for.
But
it's very controversial in football.
Why?
Because basically they spend all this time reviewing the footage and then normally make the wrong choice afterwards.
Okay. Well, that's more down to the actual viewer, the operator, isn't it?
You'd think so, yeah. But you'd think they'd be better than the actual referee that's seen it in real time, wouldn't you? That's never really the case in football.
Oh, wow.
It's normally always the wrong decision.
That's surprising.
I'm not saying there's corruption.
Speculation.
I'm speculating there might be corruption.
Oh, dude, what about that coffee and cake meal deal that we got?
Oh, dude, I forgot about that.
I'm just saying.
Let's set the scene.
I'm going to say the guy was rude. What would you say?
I don't think I can say it. Dude. He was... No, I'm not going to say that.
We queued for about 25 minutes, didn't we?
Yeah, we were queuing, waiting for our lovely, 200 degrees coffee.
Yeah.
And as we were queuing, we saw the sign which stated coffee and cake or donut for... How much was it?
$6.50.
$6.50, which is still... It's not cheap, is it still?
No, not at all.
But for a meal deal... For a coffee and cake.
It's acceptable in a venue like that.
In a venue like that, you think, go on then. Obviously, that's what I asked for.
It's New Year's Eve. I'm willing to splash.
Yeah, I thought I'd treat you. I thought, let's get him a cake. Let's enjoy it. How much did it end up being?
I don't know if I saw the screen before you, but I was like, there's no way that's right.
See it. Yeah, you saw
there's
it before
no way.
me.
And I said it to you, didn't I? I was like, did I just read that right? I'm going to say something. And you were like, no, it's okay.
I was like, it's all right. There's a massive queue. Just wanted to get back to the seat.
So I was like, dude, surely that's not right. Basically, he said that the cake that we chose was not in the meal deal.
Or the donut.
Yeah, or the donut.
Every choice we made was not in the meal deal.
I didn't see any small print.
There was no small print.
Well, I'm just going to say now, we're going to let the listeners know how much we paid for 2 lattes.
Yep.
Lattes. And a cookie cake with almost half a tub of Nutella in it. It was great.
There was about 15 quid worth of Nutella, to be honest.
And a mouldy green donut.
It was quite poor in the end. I'll be honest.
£17.65.
It was almost £18, yes, correct.
False advertising. I think we should get in touch with...
I feel like I'm getting closer to the microphone somehow. How is this happening?
It's bending.
It's bending. Oh, that's what's happening. There we are.
That's why it feels like you're getting closer to the microphone, because it is Heading closer to your face.
Okay. I've not followed it up yet, Danny, but I do want to make a formal complaint.
Wait, like the retail people.
The Ombudsman.
That one. The retail people.
He was very unhelpful, wasn't he? The guy
Yeah,
was.
very.
I understand it was a stressful situation, but I think he does it every week, doesn't he? Surely.
Maybe it's because he had to go and gather all the milk. Moving on.
Anyway.
What have you been listening to this week?
I've got a bold claim to make. Apart from all the other ones I've made so far.
Go on.
I think that Coheed and Cambria, No World for Tomorrow, is one of the greatest albums of all time. And I've only just realised that.
It's a massive, bold claim. I need to find something that you can slam on the floor.
What am I slamming? Where's the safe place to slam? Boom. What do you think? What's your retort to that?
I think I actually said that album was the best album I've ever done. A while back.
Here he goes.
But
I said that ages ago. Oh, that guy's back from...
Not bad.
I said that ages ago. You did actually. I didn't thoroughly trust you or believe you with that because I was so in love with the album previous to that, Good Apollo and Burning Star 4.
I think the production's better as well, but you don't agree on that bit.
No, I don't agree on that. I do agree that the bass work is better, but the tone not as good.
He switched basses though, you told me.
Yeah, he's gone to Fender Jazz and moved away from his Spectre at that point. So, and he got a lot more distortion and stuff in his tone. He kind of varied his tone up a little bit, rather than a bit more scooped on the previous album.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to go back and listen to those albums again now to
just
hear
compare
that.
them. Just listen to something like
Feathers and
listen to Feathers, and then listen to like The Writing Writer or something like that off the previous album.
Yeah,
you'll be able to tell the kind of the attack and stuff. You'll be able to tell the tones.
Oh, cool.
Very different. But the songs on Good Apollo, No World for Tomorrow, is incredible.
Is it fourth album? But it's part 2 in the story. Is that what it is?
It's Good Apollo Part 2, No World for Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. It's so complicated.
I know. They overcomplicate things a little bit too much. But absolutely incredible album. I love it.
Amazing. I remember that. Was it New York? They played Never Ender. I remember watching that over and over again.
Yeah, they play an album in full, don't they?
Yeah.
Never Ender.
Proper class.
Incredible. I like the kind of classic rock vibes it's got.
Well, that's right,
Well, and like British heavy metal as well.
Yeah.
Like in songs like
I can hear that,
Gunslingers and whatever it's called, that one.
The thing is with those couple of albums, the guitar tones sit in a realm that I enjoy more.
Okay.
I like a guitar tone with not too much low end.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I want to hear the bass. So
absolutely.
I want to like the guitar to step out of the way for the bass.
So you should.
Stay in the mid lane.
What have you been listening to, Danny?
I've been a big fan of this band for a long time. We've been listening to this band for ages, haven't we? Dark New Day.
We have.
Clint Lowry from Seven Dust is in the band, and who's the singer?
Brett Hessler.
Such a cool voice.
And interestingly, Brett Hessler used to play for...
I can't remember.
In a live setting.
Oh, no, I can't remember.
Creed.
What? You must have told me this before and I've forgotten.
Did you not know that? When, was it Brian, the bass player of Creed, when he left...
Oh, he stepped in?
He stepped in for the live
bit. You would have told me that before. I'm sorry, I've forgotten.
Dark New Day, then?
Well, I think it might be their last album, but it was in 2013, this one.
Hail Mary,
Because I sent it to you, didn't I? Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And I didn't think that Clint was on the... That mic stands on the move again. I didn't think Clint was in the band. It doesn't sound like something Clint would write. We're not 100% sure.
We're not 100% sure. It looks like he was in the band around that time, and I think he left before it was released. But maybe it was kind of like half written. Maybe Brett can play guitar as well, so maybe he did a lot of the guitar work on it.
What was that album that we used to listen to all the time? Is it that one? Is it 12 Year Silence?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's a killer album, that is.
Has it got Brother on it?
Yeah, and Pieces, Taking Me Alive.
Oh. You know what it sounds like a little bit? Thornley's, the album I like from Thornley.
Yeah.
That's what Dark New Day sounds like.
Yeah. And then it's also worth mentioning a single track that I've listened to again this week by a band called Vower. And it's Rabia Massad's new band.
Okay.
The song's called Satellites. And I think they've put about 4 songs out now. And I like everything that Rabia does. He's a brilliant guitar player. Nice dude too. They're like the British Carnival for me.
Ooh, the British Carnival.
And I know that's high praise because we're big Carnival fans as well.
Are Carnival back again now? Have they done another album yet?
I'd like them to, but...
They're dragging their feet a bit, aren't they?
Don't hold your breath.
Are they as good?
The tracks that they've released so far, I'd put it on in a playlist with Carnival and I'd enjoy it just as... It's not like it'd stand out as being... any less.
No albums yet, though?
I don't know. I don't know at this point, mate. But
Brilliant.
I'll send you the link to that song because it's brilliant. And listeners, go and check out the band Vower. because they're on the rise. So,
great research there, Danny.
Why, is he taking the piss out of me again?
Of course I am. Do you want to talk to the listeners, Danny, about your Twix experience?
Oh, yeah.
It's a clagless solution.
The clagless solution.
So I don't know if for previous listeners, you might know a little bit about the Twix story. I told Danny that I enjoy, I do love Dunkin' biscuits, but not just Dunkin' biscuits. If you bite the ends of a Twix, you can actually drink tea through a Twix and then enjoy the pleasurous, moist mass afterwards. And you did it. You tried it, Danny. What did you think?
Talk to them
about the experience and how you felt.
I shouldn't have dismissed the idea. I should have trusted you a little bit more with this one. But my bloody microphone stand. If you got any microphone stand suggestions for Dan, because every time we record, this mic stand causes him problems.
Right, I backed up a little bit. Oh, it's gone fully down there.
Righty-tighty, not lefty-loosey.
Is it one way around?
Yeah. Right, we're back in the game.
We're back in the game. So yet again, talk to the listeners, Danny, about your thoughts and how it made you feel when you dunked that Twix and drank tea through it.
I'm not a dunker at all. I don't dunk any kind of biscuit into tea. I don't like it. But
yeah,
I tried out this method. And although it was strange to start with, because...
Was it?
Yeah, it was strange to start with. I highly recommend it, basically. We've put a video out on the Instagram page. You should, if you've not seen it already, you should check it out. That is a genuine reaction from myself.
And my smug reaction is genuine too.
Yes. I fully endorse this way of eating a Twix.
I can't believe how much I honestly thought you'd be like, I don't like it, I don't like the texture. But
it's next level. It's taken the Twix to a next level.
Honestly, dude, look at me. You should trust me in matters of chocolate and biscuit and caramel.
We've had a lovely catch-up.
First intro we've done of the new year.
It is actually.
Not the first episode, because obviously we're all over the place with episodes, aren't we?
Yeah.
But it's the first intro we've recorded of the new year.
Yes. So it's been a nice 2025 catch-up.
Indeed. On with the show?
On with the show. Enjoy.
Indeedly.
How are you, dude?
I'm good. How are you? It's nice to see your face.
Yeah, I know. It's been...
a long time.
Well, it's been years, hasn't it? But I don't know. I can't really put a time on it. I need to introduce you to my friend and co-host, Dan.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Nick. How you doing?
Yeah, nice to meet you too, man. I'm good. I've been following the podcast, so it's good. Good.
Have you had a listen yet?
I have.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've been listening to every episode. So,
brilliant. Yeah. I mean, we like to think it's lightly entertaining.
It is lightly entertaining. It keeps me entertained.
We don't promise any more than that. Just a light bit of entertainment.
It entertains us at least, doesn't it?
That's the main thing. Makes us laugh.
Yeah. Nick is good friends with Jodie as well.
So
there's a link. So, Nick, I've just said your name, but could you introduce yourself to the listeners, please? Who are you?
I am Nick Richardson. I am a friend of Danny's. I play in a couple of bands, which are of the metal orientation, Maelstrom Aeterna and FuryBorn. I've been in those bands since, it's a good 15 years. And I also play in a new project called Born for War, which I've just started up with an ex-member of FuryBorn, which is good. I sent Danny a sneaky peek the other day.
Ooh.
So
I have still got to listen to that track, dude. You've just reminded me.
You're all good, man.
Apologies for that.
It's all good.
I've been listening to a bit of FuryBorn over the last few days, just to kind of check you out a little bit. And it's pretty brutal, but enjoyable. I love it.
It's badass live as well.
I can imagine, yeah. But I've not listened to stuff like that for a while, but knocked me around the face a little bit. It did.
It's great.
Yeah. I am, I would say I'm a metalhead through and through, but I'm not. I'm more of a granddad rocker. It's just what I fell into more than anything else. But
so what kind of bands do you listen to?
So I will listen to anything from Gary Barlow, 90s indie rock. I am a huge 80s hard rock fan, Whitesnake, Extreme, bands like that. Those are my go-tos. I love film score music, and I love anything with good melodies. I like music that makes you feel something.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? And it's good that, bands like Extreme, they've got all the melody and they've got some shred-tastic licks in there too.
Indeed. And Whitesnake.
Whitesnake. It's somewhere.
We always talk about Whitesnake, don't we?
We do, yeah.
They always come up.
Yeah.
Legends.
So they've had some amazing guitar players in that band, haven't they?
They have, yeah. I think if I had a top band, that would be them. That would be them. I've listened to them since I was 8 years old or more. So,
have you got a favourite track? It's hard to pick one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I
like In Still of the Night. And that's
I would go for that, In the Still of the Night. But Is This Love, probably.
Ooh,
Is This Love? I think you covered that once, didn't you? I remember you playing a cover of that solo at some point.
Oh yeah, the solo, yeah. Doing the trying to do the vocals would have been a challenge.
I'd like to see you try, Danny, though.
I remember. I think Dan Huff played one of the solos on. Did he play Here I Go Again on one of those?
He did. Yeah.
On like the radio edit version or something, the remix version, and then they've had Steve Vai and Doug Aldrich, and John Sykes. Did John Sykes play with them? Yeah,
he's got to be. That man's probably my favourite guitar player to ever lay notes to record. His tone is just raunchy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
just
raunchy.
That's a great way of describing it.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Let's talk about first. It's nice to make it personal. How did we meet? Can you remember?
I think Jodie introduced us on that Guitar Geek thing, or am I completely off track? I am old, so,
That does sound right, actually.
Yeah, I think we were introduced. I think we got chatting through that.
What's this, some kind of guitar dating app?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Guitar play dates.
He was focused on gear, tone, scales, modes.
Scales and modes?
Yeah.
And a lot of inappropriate conversation, mainly.
I can imagine.
But yeah, I believe we started chatting on there and we sort of got on really well. And you guested on one of our albums, on one of our tracks, didn't you? On FuryBorn's The Reckoning. He provided a stellar solo for me on there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was.
He did.
It was a struggle to play because you've listened to it. It's fast music.
Oh, I'm not sure if that's one that I listened to, but I'll have to give that a listen later.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, we've sort of been here and there. You borrowed my Les Paul for a while when I had that, and
have you still got it or not?
No, I got rid of that. I just wasn't using it, and I hate having equipment. I'm somebody that if I've got equipment around and it's not functional to me, then I will get rid and keep whatever's functional. So
yeah, fair enough. You just had those custom built, those like custom 7-string.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm a Borrant Guitars artist now, so I've got my signature model, which is
nice. Congratulations.
This is the Fury, if you can see that.
Oh yeah, 7-string.
Look at that beast.
It's a 7-string. It's only got one pickup in at the minute because I've just exchanged to a luthier who builds custom pickups in Scotland called Legendary Pickups. So I had bare knuckles in this before. They weren't quite what I was looking for. I had aftermaths in and I found them a little bit, not brittle for me, but not quite where I was at. And I really like an old PAF sound.
Yeah.
I expect it's from the Whitesnake thing. So
yeah, probably, yeah.
I found these guys and this is a Legendary Pickups Zeus model. So this is in this guitar, and then there's another one which I'll be picking up soon, which is another one of my signature models, but it's a natural walnut top and a slightly shorter scale than this. This is 26.5 and that is 26.2. Or 666 millimeters.
Oh, well, you'll have to send a couple of pictures through, Nick, if you don't mind. We'll put a post out on the Instagram page with them.
Dude, it is pretty cool that you've got your own signature model.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That is really fucking cool.
Really, really cool. Alex, the guy that is a Borrant Guitars, is a small Gloucestershire-based luthier, but he's a mad scientist, and I sort of got chatting to him. A friend of mine, actually Rob, our other rhythm guitarist, Danny knows him.
Oh, yeah.
He had a custom baritone made with Alex, and I'd seen it and loved what he'd made, and I messaged him and said, could you make me such and such? And he was down, and he'll pretty much make me what I want. So now I've got the Fury there, which is made for me, and it's the best thing I've ever played. It's just made for my hand. So.
Yeah, perfect.
And I've got another one on the way. So.
Amazing.
That's amazing, yeah.
It is. It sounds and feels like a 7-string skinnier Les Paul. The neck is a little bit thinner, but it's just got that thing. Although it's not a mahogany body, it's ash. It just sounds. It's got raunch. I mean, even if I'm playing metal, I want raunch. So.
Yeah, you've got to cut through, mate. You've got to cut through. Are you still using the Kemper?
I am. Yeah, still. I'm using the Kemper Stage at the minute, the floor unit thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
It's not my ideal choice.
I didn't know they did a floor unit.
They've done the big one. They've just released a small one, but you have to pay a subscription or something to unlock it. Proper controversy in the guitar world at the minute.
Proper these days, that isn't it? That's proper 2024 thing.
Yeah.
A subscription to activate your pedal.
Yeah.
But I'm still using that. My favourite amp is that EVH I have or had, which I far prefer above anything else, but I'm old and my back hurts. And, Kemper is easier.
It weighs a ton. I remember you left it here. It's killer sounding amp, but it's huge. It's so heavy.
Yeah, there's no need for it these days, really, is there?
Unfortunately.
As we get older.
Yeah, as we all age.
Our backs dictate.
I think this is it.
Gear.
I'm in my mid-40s now. I don't want to be carrying huge amps around. So, unfortunately, now I'm using that. Well, not unfortunately, because I like the Kemper. Nothing compares to a tube amp, as far as I'm concerned. But I like the Kemper. It does what I need it to do. So,
yeah, that's the main thing, mate. So, have you got any? I know you said you got the new project you're working on. Have you got any new releases that you want to tell the listeners about that might be in the works?
Not just yet. Maelstrom Aeterna release. When was the last time? We released a couple of tracks either last year or the year before. Listeners can check out. One track called Sentinels and another track, I can't remember. Oh, God, it's skipped my mind. I can't even remember what the...
We can add it in.
Yeah, we can patch in, mate. Don't worry. Dark Dimension and When Light Has Faded. Check them out.
FuryBorn are in pre-production stage with our next album.
Oh, cool.
Wicked.
Which is good. And obviously the new project, we've done 2 tracks. That is me and my friend Ollie, who runs Kettle Brew Studios. He's got an independent studio. Nice. He does recording and mixing work, and he's an old FuryBorn member, and we decided we wanted to do something a bit mellow-deathy together. So I'm doing vocals on that, clean singing and the screechy stuff.
Oh, nice.
And guitar. And Ollie's doing guitar as well. So,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
so is that something a bit different from your current projects then?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'd like to think it's a bit of a culmination of the 2 bands, really. Cool. It's some of it's quite fast and full on like FuryBorn, but there's also a lot of melody and scary guitar work like there is in Maelstrom Aeterna. So because I don't think we'll play that project live, I'm more than happy to write solos that I don't have to play live or try to play live.
That's half the problem, isn't it? Writing stuff that you need to play
Danny.
live. No, I've been running through the Parallax stuff this year. I was telling Dan, and I've not really been playing it because we're not gigging. And oh God, I've had to practice it without the backing tracks, just so I can slow things down. I have to keep stopping and starting. Anyway, that's enough about that. But
no more.
Let's get started with the Dream podcast concept.
Indeed. So, in this band, what are you going to be doing?
Okay, so I've had a good think about this. In this band, I am probably the most anti-guitar hero lead guitarist around. So I would like to play rhythm guitar in this band alongside my chosen musicians, which is a bit of a curveball to, I'd imagine, some people.
Time for the rules, baby.
Because there's a couple of rules.
There is.
Okay.
You cannot have been in this band with anyone before.
Okay.
Post, present.
And you can't choose more than one member from the same band.
Okay.
Is that all good?
Yep, all good.
All good. Cool.
Excellent.
So you're guitarist in this band, rhythm guitar. Are you going to be playing your signature model as your guitar of choice?
Yeah, always.
Always, yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
It's made for me, so I won't play anything else now.
And in terms of if you weren't the rhythm guitarist, would you pick anyone else in particular?
As a rhythm guitarist?
Yeah, and it's someone to replace yourself.
Oh, yeah, Danny. Any day of the week. Yeah.
Oh, cheers, how do you respond to that, Danny?
Well, if he's playing all the incredibly fast technical stuff and chugga stuff like Meshuggah, then he might have picked poorly because I can't do the Meshuggah.
No chugga, yeah, bleed. Yeah, no, I can't do it either.
I cannot do it.
I'd like to watch you struggle.
You know who can do it?
Who?
Dave.
Can it?
Yeah.
Do it, yeah.
With ease, and he just sits there and like.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do it, Dave. Leave me alone.
That's really funny.
Well,
our old drummer could do it as well. I can't do it.
It's just a
drummer could.
A drummer. Maybe it's like the
mad.
double bass in the hands almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like translates somehow.
He's like, oh, it's dead easy. I'm like, shut up,
No,
Dave.
it's not.
Shut up, Dave.
I think
that's
it
funny.
must be.
Well, talking drummers, the next member to pick is your dream drummer. Who are you picking?
I'm going to pick a guy who I just think is fantastic and a bit nutty. I'm going to pick Marco Miniman.
Oh,
from
Marco
the
Miniman.
Aristocrats.
Oh, cool.
yes. Stephen Wilson as well. He's got like a solo project, I think, as well. Oh, what a player.
Oh,
Yeah.
not had him mentioned so far yet on the
Indeed.
podcast, but that's a great choice.
Have you got any work of his that's your favourite? I phrased that question very strangely.
I picked him. I mean, I've listened to some bands he's played in, from the metal stuff to Aristocrats and other stuff. The thing that really sort of turned me on to that guy was when I watched the Dream Theater drum auditions, how you can feel his joy for the music through the video.
Yeah.
You can see how much he enjoys it. And obviously he's an incredible drummer. And I love anything like that. If I can see somebody's really enjoying themselves, it's an instant sort of magnet for me. So, him.
I didn't know he tried out
would be
for-
Marco Miniman.
It's a great choice, mate. I really didn't know he tried out for Dream Theater.
No, but I think everyone did at the time, didn't they?
Lars?
Lars definitely did not try out for Dream Theater.
Yeah, they did a whole video series of it when they were auditioning. I think six drummers altogether they auditioned, and he was one of them. And I think it's up on YouTube. If anybody hasn't watched it, it's well worth a watch.
Oh, I'm going to watch that.
That was before they got what was it called?
Mangini.
Yeah, you should. It's a good watch.
Yeah, I watched that.
That's the one. Yeah, that was before they got him.
He's the dude with the Mangini's got the cymbals like 500 miles away from his kit, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for like
That's
separation, I guess, for like mics and everything. But he looks like really uncomfortable because
It's weird what drummers get used to, though, isn't it?
yeah, dead weird. Have you met? I can't even say his name.
Marco Miniman. No, never met him. Never met him.
Have you seen him live?
Nope, never seen him live. I've watched videos and listened to music, but he's just one of these dudes you can feel the presence even through videos or on audio. So he would be the one. You can tell he's a nice guy as well.
Yeah, that's great. I love watching, is it Drumeo? I love watching the Drumeo videos on YouTube. And there's some random stuff, but I mean, I just love it.
Well, there was one of Portnoy. Did you see that one where he played a Nickelback song?
No, but they do play random songs, don't they, on there sometimes? It's great to watch.
And see their take on it. And that completely transforms the song, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Love it. Chad Smith was on it the other week.
I've watched Chad Smith on it, yeah. That's
good.
That's one I watched recently. And then the Sleep Tokens drummer as well. He does a few run-throughs. Yeah, incredible.
We're just talking about drummers on YouTube now, Nick. You've got us going.
That's right. I'm eyeing up your guitars in the background while you're talking drummers.
A beautiful display of PRSs and assortment of other guitars.
An assortment. Oh, mate, that was an excellent choice for a drummer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What if it wasn't him, though? What if he was unavailable? Who would you pick? Is there a second place?
Yeah. Okay. Most people know this guy as a death metal drummer, but he does jazz fusion and all sorts. It's a guy called Derek Roddy. He's well known for being an extremely talented death metal drummer, but he's another one that auditioned for Dream Theater at the time. He's hugely versatile, but he's so clever. Hits so hard.
I've heard
There's
that name
really,
as well.
really funny clip of him during the Dream Theater auditions. I think they're jamming through Dance of Eternity, and he starts doing these mad blast beats in it. And Jordan Moodis, the keyboard player, just looks across, almost with a face like a slapped, behind. Hilarious,
bro. That's a no from me.
Yeah, probably him.
Oh, cool. That's someone different as well.
Yeah, two rock solid drummers.
Need to check him out.
Yeah, I need to check the second one out, but I trust your choice, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great drummer.
Next up.
Next member.
Okay.
Dream bass player. Now, just be warned. Dan has been burned several times by
guitarists.
Multiple guests.
No, guitarists, Danny. I've had a few guitarist guests on this show saying they don't really care for bass players, Nick. And that
I like bass players.
They'd rather use a MIDI track or something like that. So you just say you like bass players?
No, I do.
Yeah,
backbone
finally.
of the band with the drummer.
There you go.
I do. This is a hard one. I've got two, but I'm going to go with Marco Mendoza. Played with Thin Lizzy, I believe, at the minute, but he's been with Whitesnake and various others.
Yeah.
He's been with loads, hasn't he?
Because he's done loads. I think he played in the Dead Daisies for a while as well. He's got there's a real thick mid-range thump about his playing, and he's just another one with one of these presences on stage.
Yeah,
that draws you in. So it's going to be Marco Mendoza for my bass player.
Great choice. It's a great choice, player. Mate. You know, it's funny how you should say that, because when I hear his name, I think of the stance that he does on stage. I can't recreate it.
That's right, yeah.
He does this stance.
It's a power stance.
And then it's the sound from his bass, the tone from his bass. It's just like gnarly, isn't it? And like in your face. It's great.
You're right, though. It's all about the mids. It's all about the mids.
All about the mids.
They make a bass tone.
Yep. Yeah. They
As
do.
we've discovered recently.
Yeah, we've just done. We've been doing some sample tracks just to we're still on topic talking about bass, but we were mixing Dan's bass in the mix. So he was kind of tweaking this. It was a neural DSP plugin, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Dark Glass.
Dark Glass. Yeah, basically.
And he was like tweaking it, and it reached a point where it was like, "Oh my, what is that? That sounds awesome!" And we isolated it, and it was like, "Oh, that's." It wasn't particularly that nice.
It sounded horrible on its own, but it sounded absolutely amazing in the mix. And we just pelted a load of low mids on it, basically.
Yeah,
and it just transformed it into something beautiful.
It was gnarly. It sounded
gnarly,
like a dog being sick. That's what you like. Yeah, all in the
mids.
All in the mids.
It's all in the mids.
Who's your second place then? Who's your honourable mention for bass? Because you said you just torn between two people.
Would be purely because he's funny. I think he's South American, but it's a guy called Rudy Sarzo.
Rudy Sarzo?
Yeah, he used to play in Whitesnake as well, but he plays with... I can't remember who he plays with now. He's another member of Whitesnake's revolving door of bass players. But this guy, for a different reason, not so much for the playing, and although it's brilliant, and the tone, it's the attitude, and he's just funny. He's just a Latin American, just a fiend. So it would be Rudy Sarzo.
I don't think I've heard of him, but I'll have to check him out.
No, we'll add it to the list of other
people to check out.
Yeah, that's why we love doing this, Nick. We keep discovering new musicians, so thank you.
Of the highest caliber as well.
Another rock bass player, but I love a rock bass player. So
got to, you know.
Yeah, especially when they got tone like Marco.
Yeah. I mean, tone's missing a lot from today's modern metal, I suppose. For me, anyway, it's either really good or really bad.
Yeah,
it's either really good or really bad.
Yeah,
that's the way I find it these days. Either cuts through and it's beautiful, or it's not even. It could be a keyboard. It probably is in some cases.
Maybe it's sampled. Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
But thank you for your bass player suggestions there.
Oh, that rhythm section's going to be great, isn't it?
Yeah,
especially with you on rhythm guitar as well, mate.
Yeah, or you.
Oh, yes. I don't know about that.
Hey, you'd be safe, man. It wouldn't be a metal project. I have enough of that as it is. It would be dad rock.
Yeah,
dad
nice.
rock.
Yeah, well, okay, that's sort of gliding into my territory.
It's definitely dad territory.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, I hope actually that you're going to be doing some like dual harmonies with this lead guitarist.
There are a lot.
Nice one, mate. Nice one.
Yeah, there's some pretty nippy guitar work on there, man. Ollie is a brilliant guitar player, completely different to me. He's more of a legato bass player. Tone's fantastic. Whereas I've always, in that sort of thing, I've always been the more sort of aggressive-y player, but neoclassically sort of stuff. Yeah. But Ollie's brilliant. So there's a real good balance between the both in most of the songs.
I think that's
and then
what
we come together for other stuff, all that gymnastics, stuff, which is really good.
Wicked. Guitar gymnastics. That leads us on
to
the dream lead guitarist. Who's it going to be?
This is really difficult because it has to be from a... I've got a guy that I would go with, but he's been in bands with the other guys, so I can't use it.
You can't
I mean, you can mention him if you want. If you mention him at this point, who it could have been.
If I could have the guy who's been in the bands with... Oh, actually, he hasn't been in the bands at the same time as the other guys, so does that count? No?
Ooh.
Oh, that we've not come across this before, have we?
We'll probably allow that. If it's not been at the same time. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
Is that going to make your day?
That'll make my day.
Is this your number one choice?
Is just my number one choice. It's a guy called Joel Hoekstra, who currently plays for Whitesnake, a blonde guy.
Yeah,
the guy, Night Ranger guy, he's just the most well-rounded rock lead player that I've ever met. He does all the tappy gymnastics and all the other gymnastics. He plays with Cher and all sorts of stuff. He's just...
I don't think
a badass. Yeah.
There it is. I was hoping you'd use that. A badass. He's badass. He does like this, is it like a tapping sweeping thing?
Yeah, he does the pentatonic thing, the dual tappy, all that gymnastic is tappy stuff I do. Is all from him. From that guy.
He might do hybrid stuff as well, if I remember right. But anyway, he seems lovely as well, like a dead nice guy.
Yeah, sounds like a good one.
But like a proper rock star, isn't he, on stage?
Yeah, just a proper rock star, but down to earth as well. And I sort of gravitate towards people like that.
Yeah.
So...
brilliant. Yeah. Oh, what a band.
You're loving it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm loving this band, mate. I'm loving this band. Well done, Nick. Have you got any standout kind of lead work that he's done that you've heard? Anything in particular?
In particular, if I had to sort of mention anything, he does, when Whitesnake play live, he does a little solo section on his own. This solo on its own with no backing. Folk would have to check it out on YouTube. So if you type in Joel Hoekstra live Whitesnake solo, should come up. And it's ridiculous. He just climbs the neck using pentatonic tapping, 800 fingers. And the tone is just raunchy as well. He's a full stack of Marshalls behind him and he's just roaring on a Les Paul.
Oh, amazing.
So,
we'll try and find that and stick it on our Instagram once
we will
once the episode's out. So that'd be cool to stick on there.
Crazy stuff.
You're good at finding things on YouTube, so
I can find anything.
That's your That's worrying.
Guitar based.
Have you met him before?
No.
We like to ask people that because it's...
Sometimes they have. That's sometimes people have met them.
Yeah, no, never met. I've never met any of them. But,
well, you're too busy with your own projects, I suppose, aren't you?
So too busy. And making signature guitars. Honourable mention, though. I am curious who the other choice was going to be as well.
Yeah, same.
Jeff Loomis, all the way.
I always say this, but I had a feeling that he might pop into the equation.
Oh, you always say this.
Yeah.
But I don't
believe you.
I think Nick's gone with a better choice though for this kind of
for that
lineup.
Yeah, for that. Now Jeff Loomis, I have met. Obviously, he's one of my favourite guitar players as well.
Was he a nice man?
A lovely man. I met him at he did a clinic with Keith Merrow in Southampton down here. I met him and I turned into a complete fangirl and could barely talk to the man, which was hilarious, much to his amusement, but he was just a lovely, lovely guy. Much shorter than I thought. You always think when you meet your idols, they're going to be huge, tall, but no, tiny man, about 5'7", 5'8".
No, I thought he was 6'7" or something daft.
Yeah,
man.
Just
his aura.
No. It's one of my kind.
Yeah, that's his aura is. But
yeah, no, 5'7".
tiny.
I don't believe you. 4'8".
I'm 5'6.5".
Yeah, tiny man, but lovely. But he would be the choice if I couldn't have Joel Hoekstra. Would be Jeff Loomis any day of the week.
Choices. Proper.
He'd just play anything, that man. So
this is a proper rock band, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be like
proper
Whitesnake on steroids.
Yeah.
Again, we've said it before. Some
of
other people's picks. This could be a headliner straight away.
Headliner. What else was I going to say? Oh, is anyone doing backing vocals in this band?
I mean, everybody. Hopefully.
Can they all sing?
I would imagine. I know the Whitesnake guys. They do.
Yeah, they all do. They all sing, don't they?
Yeah. Or everybody in that band.
I think towards the end,
I would do my best. So yeah.
Excellent.
Great choices so far. But we're moving on to your final member now. Your very final choice. And that is your dream vocalist.
How do we live knowing we will let go? We continue chasing the light, but still we have nothing to show.
Yeah, Miles Kennedy, without a doubt.
Amazing choice.
Miles Kennedy.
Right, I've bought a ticket. I'm there.
Well, we're going to see him already, aren't we?
We are, actually.
We're going to see him in is it November?
Amazing.
Yeah. Devin Townsend supporting.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, what a choice.
Yeah, great choice. I mean, yeah, absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Without
what do you prefer from him? Do you prefer his older projects, Alter Bridge, or his solo stuff?
I like everything he's done. I like the stuff he's done with Alter Bridge. I like the older stuff. I like the stuff he's done with Slash and the Conspirators. He's just amazing, isn't he, really? He's just one of these guys that's instantly recognisable and just on it.
He's got so much power and emotion and control with his voice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's incredible.
Flawless.
Yeah, flawless. Yeah.
One might say he's flawless.
Yeah, he's pretty much flawless.
If I had to pick a favourite track I've heard him sing on, it would be Watch Over You by Alter Bridge. It's just one of those. That,
hits you right in the feelers.
It does hit you right in the feelers, indeed. So, yeah, amazing.
I used to like all the Mayfield 4 stuff that he did as well.
Yeah.
That's really cool stuff. For me, I think he really shines as a solo artist.
He does.
I really, really love the first 2 albums that he's done. Have you listened to them yet, Dan?
No, I've listened to little bits, but not the whole albums yet. We used to, when Danny didn't used to sing, we always used to try and get him to sing Alter Bridge, Open Your Eyes. That was one that we tried to force on him all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And you sang it, is it Dublin you sang it? In a pub in Dublin?
I can't remember, it wasn't Watch Over You. I can't remember which one it was.
No, it was Open Your Eyes, wasn't it?
No, it was the one that Mark wrote about his mum. I can't remember what the song's called now.
Oh, I don't know, but
but it really like lowered the mood in the pub because the song was like.
You were amazing though, but we did force him to do it. Yeah, we literally forced him to go up and play.
There was a lot of Guinness on that trip, mate.
There was too much Guinness, but yeah,
way too much Guinness.
You weren't as good as Miles Kennedy, Danny. Sorry.
Oh no way, no.
I've been waiting all these years to tell you, but you weren't as good.
I know that, mate. I know that. I see myself as a guitar player who sings on the side.
Dabbles in a bit of vocals.
I think you selling yourself short there, man. I think you've got an amazing voice. So
well, that's very kind.
And actually, if anybody hasn't checked it out, Danny did a cover of Celine Dion's Ashes that is the best thing I have heard in a long, long time.
I didn't know that.
I will send you a little link.
Where's that?
Incredible.
Is that available for anyone to listen to?
It's on YouTube along with everything in the world. Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
I forgot about that, mate. That.
You know what, Danny? I probably should subscribe to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, why aren't you subscribed?
Not subscribe, I'll subscribe. I'll have a look. I best check it out.
Oh, you should.
Listeners, also check it out. What is it? It's just Danny Beardsley.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
I forgot about that.
I didn't know you were covering Celine Dion and stuff on there.
Yeah, I've done. Yeah,
You're doing like Cheeky Girls and stuff as well.
No, I did some I think it was during COVID, just picking out random Disney songs as well. So I did Moana and
decent.
There's a Frozen song on there as well somewhere.
Let it go.
I knew Danny could sing before that, and I'd heard stuff, but I heard that, and that was a moment when everybody just goes, "You bastard! Are you good at something else?"
Guitars and singing. How dare you? Yeah, he's a man of many talents, unfortunately.
Yes,
he quite angry, doesn't it, sometimes? A little bit jealous.
I know.
A bit angry.
I know.
I can see the steam raising from your head.
I can just play bass at a mediocre level.
It's one of those things, isn't it? I mean, I'm no slouch on the guitar, but sometimes I see one of Danny's videos, I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, but you don't see the other 45 takes that I've deleted.
We're all the same as that, man. You don't hear...
Yeah.
Everybody hears my solos on record, like, oh, yeah, great. But you don't see that I've done like 600 takes of it before.
I think there needs to be a movement on Instagram to be more honest.
Yeah.
With everything.
What, just bad stuff?
No, not bad stuff, but I think social media is quite toxic in the way that it creates this perfect kind of, here's me having an amazing day, and here's me playing this perfectly. And
if you want to check out imperfections, though, check out the Pick and Licks podcast Instagram.
That too.
It's full of errors and mistakes and imperfections. So we're already living that life, Danny.
I completely agree, though. I'm a huge advocate. If I ever post anything onto Instagram, I'm playing it live or singing it live. So then and there, I record it directly as I'm doing. I won't pre-record something. It doesn't work for me.
Fair play, dude. Because I think I did one live stream once, and then I was just like, I don't want to do that anymore.
Never again.
I did a bit of live streaming during COVID on Twitch, where everybody was jumping on. I think that kind of broke the barrier of me being that bothered about it at the time, because you get to a certain point where you don't really give a shit if you make any mistakes, and I don't. So
that's a great place to be. That is.
Yeah, it is. I think some of it's feeding off the audience for me, though. I prefer. You're probably the same, Nick, but if you had the choice of playing live through a camera and then playing live on a stage, you choose the stage, wouldn't you? Because of that human interaction.
Yeah, I would. What about you, Nick?
I would choose the stage. So I'm a funny one. I hate gigs, but it's not the playing of the gigs I hate. It's all the bullshit before it. So all the preparation for them, all the loading in, all of the this, that, and the other. And the work before the gig, I hate. I like the 30 or plus minutes you're on stage, but other than that, I hate them. So,
Fair enough. It kind of outweighs the joy of playing a show then for you, Nick.
No, because I enjoy playing the show. I just don't like the prep for the shows and all the stress and trying to organise everybody beforehand. I don't like. It gives me anxiety.
It depends on...
and ruins my mojo. So
my worst thing about playing live was all the rubbish support bands beforehand.
Waiting to go on stage. Oh.
Yeah, waiting to go on stage and there's just a bad band before you.
It's why you have to get on early on the bill. I never have that worry.
Play first.
just be one of the first bands on. Then you can kind of offload and
run away.
Chill with a packet of skips or something.
Or bacon fries. Or scampi fries.
Scampi fries.
If you're a fishman.
Yeah. I like going to gigs, but I don't like playing them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think there's something about... So I've got an acoustic show on... I mean, this isn't going to make sense by the time this goes out, but I've got an acoustic show on Saturday. And there's something quite nice about just rocking up with an acoustic guitar and not having any gear to set up. And just, right, here we go.
Aren't you headlining, Danny?
Playing last.
Headlining. Headline slot.
Playing. It's the worst thing. I hate it.
While we're talking about this, Danny, let's go through your set list. Let's see if Nick approves of your set list. Can we do that? Is that okay?
Yeah,
this will be after the gig anyway. So
it will be after
anything,
it will be after the gig.
Let me grab it. Right. On the set list, Nick has got Baby, I Love Your Way. Baby, I Love Your Way.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, you've heard it.
Of course. Of course.
Classic.
Peter Frampton.
Yeah. Wait for the next one. Never Gonna Give You Up.
No.
No. Nick is giving up on that song.
Okay, scratch that one. Nick, it's not approved by Nick.
Scratch that one off. That one's been taken off the set list. Count on Me. How's that one go?
Oh, that one's
Little Blast.
Bruno Mars. It's just like
fair enough.
It's just like a poppy one.
You'll like this one, Nick, guaranteed. Here I Go Again.
Oh, obviously.
I'm in a bit of trouble with a couple of notes though, mate. I'm having to slip into head voice.
I'm not sure about the next couple. Blood from a Stone and Pulling Me Under. Not sure who they're by.
I don't think I've heard those.
I think they'll maybe take them off, Danny. Good Riddance, is that one of yours as well?
That's great. I wish I'd written that one. God.
And then, is this the encore? Have you got like a little encore section?
I'm still trying to pick out the songs.
It's already set at a 4-track, and he's done 4 tracks for his encore. That's how big of applause he thinks he's going to get.
No!
He's got I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Isn't
it? Yeah. Whitney.
Is it Whitney?
Yeah. Brilliant.
I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with some...
The notes.
Dancing in the Dark.
Yeah, hey, if you're coming on Saturday, you're getting up to do it.
I'm singing Dancing in the Dark, Better Man, and Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
Brilliant.
Yeah. I like that song.
So the exclusive, Nick, you've been revealed the set list. Sorry, listeners, it was about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was an absolute success.
Hopefully, we'll have some videos to put up on the Instagram page. So,
warts and all.
I'm not editing anything. It's going out raw, Danny.
Raw. It's going out raw. Have you got any honourable mentions for your vocalist, mate?
Honourable mentions for a vocalist.
It's a tough one.
I can't remember his name. He's a guy that sings for one of the old classic British hard rock metal bands, guy from Saxon. I think he's called Biff something or the other or whatever. Brilliant vocalist, proper old school pre-Iron Maiden type, that real exaggerated vibrato on the notes type of singer. Him or David Coverdale.
Here's another song for you.
A few years ago, obviously. Not now.
Yeah. Biff from Saxon. Let's just call him Biff from Saxon.
Biff from Saxon. Yeah.
If you aren't called Biff, you now are.
Or Joe Elliott from Def Leppard. He was brilliant, but he still is. Brilliant vocalist as well.
Yeah, they're still going.
It's still going, yeah.
Still going. Still going.
Decent.
Yeah.
I like your first choice is best, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Your Miles Kennedy is such an incredible singer.
He is.
Which leads us on to the
summary section.
Let's summarise.
On drums, you have
Marco Miniman.
Who's on rhythm guitarist, Nick?
I am, or you are.
You are, Nick.
Danny's going nowhere near your project. On lead guitarist is
Joel Hoekstra.
Bassist
Marco Mendoza.
And your dream band vocalist is
Miles Kennedy.
What a legendary band, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Download headliner.
Absolutely awesome. Do you think this band will get on?
We'll get on. Yeah, I think I've sort of picked musicians who are just known for being lovely, people. So yeah, I think they'd get on.
Yeah, no, there's no massive egos, I don't think. Even Miles Kennedy feels like a down-to-earth guy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, if you had Danny on rhythm guitar, then you'd have an issue probably.
I know,
but thankfully you're on rhythm guitar, so
there we go.
I know.
There it is.
I don't know. I think Danny's one of the most unassuming people I've ever met.
He is. Unfortunately, he is. Which is why I have to joke all the time about his massive ego.
Yeah. I have just noticed something about this band, though.
Yeah.
They're all still alive.
They are.
They are. You know what?
It can come true.
Oh,
this is
one of Danny's dreams that one day these dream band scenarios come together and actually form a band.
Yeah.
And it's possible in this case.
Yeah.
Because you are all still alive.
It is. I feel, sadly, I let the hair brigade down short, though, so I'd have to wig it up. But
you have to wig up?
Yeah, wig up.
You have to wig up.
Oh, wig up.
Wigs are available. Or you could have a little trip to Turkey.
I could, but...
Why, what do they do in Turkey?
They do hair transplants, don't they?
How do they?
They do full-on hair transplants. If you go, I'll go with you. We can both,
let's do it. Why not? I am going for an 80s perm all the way.
That's
what I was going to ask. What were you... 80s perm?
I'd want Brian May.
Yeah. I'm just having flowing locks blowing in the wind with a giant fan behind me moments.
Oh, would you go... What colour would you go? Blonde or brunette?
Blonde, bleach blonde all the way with the roots showing.
I'd go full on Brian May coloured.
Yes, yeah,
that's what I'd go for.
Would you really?
Yeah.
But like during his dark...
Yeah, his dark
years.
His massive hair.
Massive hair.
His hair back then looked like a period drama kind of...
It did. All-encompassing mullet.
Like a lawyer. One of them things they put on.
A lawyer's...
What are they called?
I don't know, it looked nicer than a lawyer's wig.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Brian May.
Yes,
it looks like he could nest a few birds in there. Do you know what I mean?
A few flocks
the volume
of birds,
for it.
Maybe.
A few flocks, yeah. And a badger.
And a badger.
I want you to create an image now.
Well, of me and Nick.
Have you both stood together with your luscious locks?
Yes.
I'm sure AI could help with that, so I'll get that sorted.
Yeah.
We've got to the fun part.
Well, fun for us, probably not fun for you, Nick, if you're not prepared for this.
Go on.
But it's time to name your band.
Name your dream band, baby.
This is why it's fun for us and not for you.
Oh, God.
We can just laugh at you struggling.
That's a tough one.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Let me think. Oh, Jesus.
You've got so many, no pressure, but you've got some of the best rock musicians.
I know.
Ever.
This is the thing.
It needs a worthy name.
Hurricane. That springs to mind. That'll do.
Hurricane. It's got a classic rock vibe, really, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Hurricane. We'll go with that.
I think it might.
I like it.
Yes.
Hurricane. Great choice.
Yep.
You're on fire, Nick. You're on fire. Great band and great band choice. Great name choice.
Yeah.
It's the bit now, Nick, we don't like.
We hate this bit.
Towards the end of the podcast.
It's rubbish.
Hope you've enjoyed yourself.
I have. It's been very fun. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for having me on.
No, thank you for your time. It's really it's our appreciation. Where can you be found on social media, Nick? Where can we find you?
You can, these days, I believe, on Instagram or on Facebook, the band's FuryBorn, facebook.com/FuryBorn. You can find me on facebook.com/Maelstrom Aeterna and the usual band camps and all over all the streaming sites. You'll find all of my music on there. So, yes.
Excellent.
Good stuff.
So, as always, just search the name of the bands.
Yep, search the name of the bands or search my name, you'll find
Simple, really, isn't it? Simple, really.
Find my beautiful, bold face.
Well, it won't be bold for long. I'll put some hair on you at some point.
Yes.
We look forward to doing that.
You've made my year.
And then you can take that to Turkey and get it done for real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Make
It's just like hand it. This, I want one of these.
I want
these.
this. Make this happen. So, have you got any gigs coming up, Nick? Are you playing anytime soon?
No, not any time this year, I don't think. Too busy.
Well, you're busy with your new project, aren't you? And your
recording
your FuryBorn album.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
When do you think we can expect that FuryBorn album?
Hopefully, FuryBorn will be mid next year by the time that was fully tracked and released. So probably around July, August time. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But the new project, Born for War, that will be out sometime this year, I dare say. So,
oh, amazing.
I will keep you posted. Young Danny.
Definitely, yeah.
And
I'm literally going to hang up after this call and check out that track that you sent me.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. No, sorry, because I've not listened to it yet. I'm sorry, it's just slipped me by.
No, don't worry about it. You're a busy man, a father, a parent.
Yeah, and a dickhead.
and a heartless bastard.
A heartless bastard, as I like to call him. Heartless bastard. Right, Nick, thank you very much. It's been awesome having you on.
Thank you so much. And you.
Yes, you too, mate.
Take care, both of you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
And we're back. Dude. Great having Nick on.
Yeah, brilliant guy. Excellent guitar player.
Yes. Maelstrom Aeterna, is it?
Yep. And FuryBorn. Did you go away and listen to some of their stuff?
Yeah. Very heavy.
Very heavy.
Very heavy.
Very heavy. We discussed this, but lucky enough to share a stage with him a couple of times, actually.
Oh, look at you.
Well, I was going to comment on how good that band are live. Really, really tight. And it's like a steam train hitting you in the face. And then when it's shred time, whew, it brings the power.
Boom. Does it sound like it's powered on coffee?
It sounds like it's powered on diesel.
Oh, the actual diesel fuel.
Yes.
Wow.
Loads of torque, loads of strength.
Fully dieseled up.
It's also worth mentioning as well that Nick released a single called Unified as well, and you check that out on all the streaming sites.
Go for it.
And it's got some vocal on that bad boy.
Oh, who's singing? Is it Nick?
Nick. Yep.
Brilliant.
So go away and have a listen to that.
And what beverage are you drinking, Danny?
Well, it's tea chat for me.
Tea chat with Danny and Dan.
So today I opted for. I've just reached into the cupboard without even checking what I picked out, and it's
that's a very bold choice, isn't it?
I know.
It could without looking.
I know.
It could be anything.
It could be anything.
Could be them horrible. Is it pear ones?
There's still some of them left. It might not have even been a tea bag. It might have just been like
what, a stock cube.
A stock cube. Luckily, they're in a different cupboard, Daniel.
A handful of rice.
What are you drinking today? Bursto. I've got Heath and Heather Organic Peppermint, which is naturally caffeine-free. And it says that it's a deliciously fragrant infusion that truly ignites the senses with the cooling flavours of sweet menthol.
Would you agree?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Is it?
Yeah, I love peppermint tea.
Is it nicer than other peppermint teas that you've tried in the past? Here's the deciding thing. Is it better than the Tea Pigs mint?
No.
Chuck it in the bin then. Chuck it. And vom up what you just drank.
I didn't know that was going to sound like that. I didn't actually vom up. I know that was incredibly convincing.
It was incredibly convincing.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a lovely coffee.
I guess dreaming of heaven with a coffee in hand. Caffeine Wonderland.
Caffeine Wonderland.
Caffeine Wonderland indeed. It's a packed coffee and it is a Mirror Vallis. It's apparently had hints of chocolate and date and a creamy acidity and a creamy mouthfeel. They've gone fully in on the cream. All in on cream.
Do you agree with all of those?
I thought it was all right.
It smelled really nice when I was making it.
I'd give it a 3 out of 5.
A 3 out of 5.
I didn't kind of get the cream.
Yeah.
The creamy acidity and the creamy mouthfeel.
How can something be creamy and acidic at the same time?
That's a great question. I'm not too sure. Would I buy it? No.
It's day 4 from the Christmas calendar pack.
Oh, so this should be the 4th of December, is that correct?
Yes, it's from
Was it 24 coffees?
There's 24, yeah.
Wow.
So no doubt we'll be experiencing more as we go.
Please listen to more episodes to find out what coffees we drink. I'm sure that's your main reason of being here. Anyway, Nick's band. Should we talk about Nick's band, dude?
Nick's band, first member.
First member is, on drums, Marco Miniman. Is he Italian?
Yeah.
Maybe
German,
Italian.
I believe.
German.
Fact check, yes.
Oh, it's a live fact check.
We've done a live fact check. Marco Miniman, and he's German.
He's a German man.
And he is an outrageously talented drummer.
I think when we looked at his Wikipedia, he's been in about, I don't know, let's say 40 bands. He's been in a lot of bands, hasn't he, over the years?
If you want to know more, I suggest you go to Wikipedia, that reliable
It's a very
source
reliable
of information.
source.
In fact, why don't you just download ChatGPT?
Oh, you can ask that thing as well, yeah.
And that'll tell you.
Did you have at school, did you have the Encarta Encyclopedia CD?
Oh,
In your little BBC microcomputer thing?
Mate.
Do you remember that?
I remember it very well. And there used to be a particular item that I used to...
What?
This is really sad, but...
Oh, it's not going to be dirty, is it?
No. It was the guitar page.
Oh, it is dirty.
It was it was the guitar page, and it was like
So you're looking at porn all the way back there.
it was a Gibson Les Paul custom, like the proper like Black Beauty one.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember it. I remember it.
From
It was
the
like
Encarta CD.
yeah, and I kept I read about it like this small piece of information about it. It's sad, isn't it? Really, but like it's weird how that sticks in my mind. That's around the time that floppy disks were around. You remember floppy disks?
Flappy disks.
Floppy.
I thought you said flappy then.
No. That's probably something else.
Flappy. Don't Google that. In fact, do. I had an Amiga. And
Oh, I bet you did.
I had a dodgy case of like copied games, and they were on I had like Monkey Island that was on like 3 or 4 floppy disks.
Oh, I've not heard of that.
Monkey Island.
No.
Oh my god, it's point and click adventure.
Was there a space one?
I mean, there was Space Quest. That was like
It was all like going up the screen from the bottom of the screen to the top, and you had to like shoot things out your way and work your way through.
that could have been.
I bet there was lots of games like that.
Lots
Wasn't
of
there?
games like that. Yeah.
I remember playing something like that when I was a wee lad.
A wee lad. But yeah, the Amiga used to have loads of discs, floppy disks, but most people probably listen to this don't know what floppy disks are.
Maybe we can share a picture of one on the Instagram page for the younger followers.
You want me to get my floppy out? I don't feel comfortable, especially for the younger viewers.
Floppy disk, not floppy dick.
Oh, I've been mistaken. That's what I was putting inside my Amiga. Anyway, I was a teenage boy.
How did we go from Marco Miniman talking about your...
Marco Miniman, what bands has he been in, Danny? Let's go back to normality. Come on.
Well, can we talk about a couple of bands that are dear to my heart?
Go for it.
The Aristocrats.
Oh, yeah. I've not listened to them a lot.
Dude, one of the best bands I've ever seen live.
Bold claim.
Honestly, mate, they're at the top of the game for like musical prowess.
Yeah. Who's in them? Tell us the band.
We've got Marco Miniman on drums.
Drummy Wummies.
The awesome Guthrie Govan on guitar.
Gothrie's amazing.
And the bass player, Brian Bella.
Brian Bella.
Brian Bella's amazing. I think you'll like his bass playing.
Well, from what I heard, so what tracks did you
quality.
listen to? That orchestral track, wasn't they?
To any listeners that like instrumental wacky prog, I'd go back and start at their first album.
Okay.
The Aristocrats, 2011. They did a live album after that where they played it in full. It's awesome.
Of course it is.
And then they followed it with Culture Clash. Caballeros is brilliant. The album we actually listened to, the reason why I'm saying is to go back and listen to those first, because the album we listened to has got an orchestra on it. It's got the Primus Chamber Orchestra on it.
Oh, lovely.
When it's done tastefully, just makes everything sound better.
It improves, doesn't it? It improves.
It does. We listened to a track called Ballad of Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, yes, we did. Very good.
Yes, excellent. That's from 2022. So we had a good listen to that. It's just a taste for his drumming. Really, really great, isn't it?
I mean, it's easy. I suppose it's easy when he's got the band around him that he has as well, playing awesome stuff.
Yeah.
What about his other projects, Danny?
Well, the other project, which we've both spent a long time listening to, is Stephen Wilson's solo project. And in particular, The Raven That Could Not Sing. Is that right?
The moon picture on the front.
Fact check. The album is actually called The Raven That Refused to Sing.
There's a particular track on there, the first track, Luminol.
The bass and drums go into like a little syncopator section, don't they? And it is immense. But that whole album is incredible, so definitely recommend listening to any of it, and it's banging.
Yeah, massively inspiring, isn't it?
Yeah, probably my favourite Stephen Wilson album.
You like the second track, don't you?
Drive Home.
Drive Home.
Yeah.
And you said it's based on... There's something based on it.
It's a PlayStation game called The Last Day of June. which is based on that song and the story within that song. You kind of play out the song, really.
Is that song on all the way through the game?
No. It's just the game's just inspired by it.
Okay,
by the lyrics. And the song, I think the song plays at the end.
Highly recommended. The production's amazing. His kit sounds great, and everything he plays just straight in the pocket every time, isn't it?
It's a great choice.
'Cause that's the problem with technical drummers. Sometimes that technique and skill that they have, they lose sight of where the song needs it, and they lose sense of like groove and the feel. But I feel like Marco he's got his fingers on all of those pies.
He's got taste.
He's a tasteful drummer. That's great, Dan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Should we talk about the next member?
Let's go for it. Who is it? What instrument is it first?
It's bass.
Woo!
Bass. Buttery biscuit bass.
Let's not bring him up. Not after recent allegations. Back to actual bass players rather than just buttery biscuit bass eaters. Who is it? Oh, it's Marco Mendoza.
First of all, what a name.
And look at him. Just if you don't know what he looks like, just have a little Google. He's a proper full-on rock star.
Give him a Google.
He looks like his stereotypical bass player from the 80s, doesn't he?
And he's got like a proper power stance when he's playing.
He's got a great power stance. He's got great tone. What was the track we listened to first, Danny? Was it his solo album?
Yeah, I put it on, and luckily, I'd not listened to this album. It's called Light It Up, the track is, from 2022, off the album New Direction. And it was bass and drums, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And it's got a lovely tone.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a bit clanky.
What bass is he playing?
He's got ESPs.
Okay.
Who knows if he recorded with it or not, but that's kind of what he plays live.
There's some sort of speculation here. You're assuming that he's not using...
Do you want me to go into my full conspiracy theory here?
Yeah, go on.
ESP isn't necessarily the bass you choose to record an album with, but I'm sure they give great endorsements and a great kind of range of instruments for free for him. And all I'm saying is they're not known for their tone.
Not known for their tone. Can you imagine if that was their slogan?
ESP. We're not known for our tone. I'm not going to get an ESP endorsement now, am I? I don't want one anyway. Maybe he's using a jazz bass. It'd be interesting. I might try and find some footage of him recording. And I bet it's not an ESP. Well, it's got a bit of a P bass.
Yeah,
it's a PJ.
Yeah, it does sound like that, doesn't it?
It's more of a P bass too.
I've seen him live.
Oh, yeah.
With a Thin Lizzy lineup.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, it wasn't Phil Lynott.
No, because they'd be a clash, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would actually. I forgot that's sacrilege. I forgot that Phil played bass.
Well,
he had great tone.
Yeah, he did have great tone. What did he play? What bass did he play?
I don't know.
I thought that's the whole point. You're telling the story.
I'm just talking about how great he was on stage, his stage presence, and he was doing backing vocals.
Well, if you didn't notice the bass, it's definitely going to be an ESP, isn't it? Soz, not Soz. Oh. Well, what was the other track we listened to anyway? What other band was he in? He's been in in a million bands.
I saw him with Whitesnake. That's what I was going to say.
That's the one.
Potentially, you saw him with Whitesnake. He's played with everyone, but one of the other bands we've listened to is a band that's recent. So this is 2022 as well. So he's a busy boy.
Yeah.
This band's called Iconic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the track is called Fast As You Can.
Who else was in Iconic? Who was a guitarist? I'm just building.
Joel Holschka.
Okay, maybe remember that, listeners, for a few minutes' time. Maybe remember that.
Let's just.
I mean, Iconic were a bit, for me, very cheesy.
Yeah, it's in the cheese camp. But what kind of cheese would you say?
I think it's the whole mungers.
The whole what?
Mungers.
What's mungers?
Cheesemongers.
I get it.
Sorry, a second, huh?
I thought you were talking about like a type of cheese. I was going at like. Is it like a Wednesday-dale?
So I walk into a cheesemongers and go, can I have a 2.5 kilograms of your finest mungers, please? Memory unlocked.
No. There's going to be loads of editing in this one.
No, there's not. I'm keeping it all in. It's going to flow really nicely, and we're going to keep it all in.
I think Marco.
Yep.
And Marco.
Marco.
I think they're going to blend. They're going to blend.
Well, it blend. Yes, it will.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, I mean, they're from the same kind of era, aren't they, as well?
They've got the same name.
Both rock as fuck. Rock as fuck. That's technical. Both rock as fuck. Who's next, Danny? Who's on rhythm guitar? Let's go to rhythm guitar first.
Rhythm guitar, we've got Nick Richardson. And he's going to absolutely smash it.
He's a lead guitarist, really, isn't he? Let's be honest.
He needs to be encouraged to play some leads.
And he's playing his own custom guitars, which is brilliant. And they look banging.
They look heavy, actually.
Yeah, they do look heavy. Are they 8-string?
They're 7-string.
But the stuff I've heard, again, he's an extremely competent guitar player.
Absolutely.
He's going to find it far too easy on rhythm. He'll be putting some lead licks in there as well.
Yeah.
When the next, the one we talk about next is not playing any bits.
Yeah, and if you want to obviously dive into Nick's work, be sure to check out FuryBorn and Maelstrom Aeterna.
Go for it. Give him a Google.
Give him a Google.
So next up, Danny, is the lead guitarist. Who did you pick?
Joel.
Joel who?
Holstra.
Oh, no.
Rule break.
Rule is broken, baby.
Dude, this is our first rule break.
First rule break.
What do we do in this? We haven't set the rule book for this yet, have we?
No, we haven't actually. And this is going to set the tone for the rest of the podcast, isn't it?
It is. Before we continue, should we just talk about Joel Holstra first? So why is there a rule break? A wall break. Why is there a rule break?
Because Joel is in Iconic with Marco.
The bass player.
Yes.
Oh, dear. How did we not spot that?
I don't know. I think it's because we were a little bit we were so cautious of Whitesnake and the constant line-up turnaround.
Yeah, Nick, I do apologise, but you proper love Whitesnake, don't you?
I mean, rightly so. Who doesn't love Whitesnake?
Here's another songfire! Here's a songfire! Yeah, it was blindsided by making sure there was not a Whitesnake rule break, but we didn't realise there was a Joel Holstra rule break.
Yes. And I think that speaks volumes about the choices that he's picked.
Yeah.
Because they're all like top-class musicians. They're playing everywhere with everyone.
Yeah, that's very true.
And it's going to be hard to combine this calibre of musician, isn't it? He's really gone in hard.
He's gone in hard, and they're all proper rock stars, aren't they?
He's gone in hard.
I feel uncomfortable when you say that.
That was like you with that Amiga.
I went in soft. I went in floppy, remember? I've got to be honest, Danny. I'm a bit pissed off.
Oh no! Don't be pissed off.
I'm not really, Nick. I'm not really.
He wasn't done with
malice.
He wasn't done with malice
or ill intent.
No,
I don't think it was. I don't think he tried to blindside us.
No.
But you know what? There's going to be consequences to this.
It just shows listeners and guests that we do our research.
We do our research, but there will be. I'm just warning you now. Later on in our review section, there is going to be consequences to this.
There is going to be consequences. Although we did make a slight hiccup with some research to do with a certain drummer from Guns N' Roses.
I mean, just check out our Instagram for our full heartfelt apology. So what's Joel Holstra in then? Talk to me about him.
Oh,
what do we listen to?
Oh my good night.
We always listen, don't we, to every one of these members that are picked.
Yes. And it gets harder to look through all of them.
Oh, dude, I'm remembering the cheese of the drummer of that band he was in. What was it? It was
Revolution Saints.
Revolution Saints. And the video starts, and I just wasn't expecting it all. The drummer, no drums, of course, just singing at the camera. Or did he? He had drums on the first one, didn't he?
Yeah, but
just start singing. So cheesy.
It like zoomed in on him, didn't it?
Yeah,
and I don't think you were expecting him to sing.
Ready.
I didn't warn you.
I wasn't prepared.
He didn't have a head. Normally he wears a headset.
Of course he wears like Curb Grinder singer.
My heart bleeds.
But it was incredibly cheesy.
Great band though.
Again, full mongers. Full cheesemongers worth.
Killer voice though, drummer.
Oh, he's got a great voice.
He's good with like Journey and
again, Joel's
Foreigner. Anyway, let's get back to Joel.
He's a ridiculously rock star looking rock star.
And his guitar abilities are out of this world.
Yeah, that solo. What solo did we see? Not the live one. Let's go to the non-live one first that we watched.
Well, the track from Revolution Saints was Voices from 2023, and it's like a collaboration with a female singer, Rosella Moscatello.
Yeah, she had a good voice as well.
Their voices blend.
Will it blend? Yes. Yes, it will.
Yes, it did. Beautifully, actually. And then the guitar solo come in. We just stopped.
It was sublime.
It was
sublime. And then I think Nick asked us to watch a video on YouTube of him playing with Whitesnake and doing a solo for that. Whitesnake again. Nick, calm down. Go and listen to some other bands. And it's just him on his own, isn't it? There's no backing or anything. It's just him playing a solo.
He just goes for it. And
extremely tasteful.
His vibrato, his tone is absolute. I'm going to really study how he gets his tones. I mean, a lot of it's in his hands, to be fair. But while he's playing with Trans-Siberian Orchestra, he tends to use the 57 Gold Top, which we've talked about before. Les Paul.
Indeed.
Beautiful guitars.
But for Whitesnake, he had a glittery. What was that glittery guitar he used?
I don't think he uses that all the time. He sort of mixes things up. He's primarily a Les Paul player. So the guitar that was in this video, this is a live solo with Whitesnake in 2015. It's the first one that will pop up on YouTube. It's the one that Nick recommended. Dan looked this up. I'd not heard of this guitar company. Atomic Guitar Works.
Yeah, they're American. I think it's Arizona, the base.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's ridiculously over the top.
It's very glittery.
Tasteful?
No.
The guitar, not his playing. His playing is very tasteful.
His playing is extremely tasteful.
If AI was to create a rock legend guitarist, lead guitarist, and draw it, and he said, draw a typical, guitar legend, it would probably draw Joel.
Yeah, it'd be someone that looks like him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, with this, incredible rock star hair and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cool-looking guy.
Yeah. Amazing.
So cool, dude. Oh, we've both... What's happened here, listeners?
I'm waiting.
We've both put our hands out to stop each other because we've both got something we want to say, but I don't know what you're going to say.
I've literally got nothing to say.
Oh, I was going to mention, is that cool? He even plays for Cher.
He does play for Cher.
Do you believe in life after love?
No auto-tune required.
We're not even bothering putting it on this time, are we?
No. Did we put it on last time?
Yeah, we did, yeah. It didn't need it, but we did it anyway.
If you want to hear that in a previous episode, check out Dave Wright's episode.
Yeah, what was that? Episode 2, 3, 4? One of those ones, wasn't it?
Just check them all out. Go back, rewind.
Go back and listen from episode 1 all the way to episode, I don't know what we're on now, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17? I don't know.
Excellent choices. Very strong band.
Well, we've got another one yet.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this dude now.
Oh, this dude?
The dude.
He is the dude.
The vocal
dude. And we have seen him recently, and he was incredible.
Would you like to do your vocal demonstration first? Lean back from the mic, please.
Again, you sure you want it again?
The middle bit from this song.
No, I can't do it. And he doesn't engage the mids as much on that one. So I do it in the mid-range variety. That's my version. Why don't you do your version now, Danny? Why don't you sing it properly? Because I know you can sing this one. He's having a panic attack.
It's Miles Kennedy.
It's Miles. Oh, you should have sang it.
I absolutely love this guy. I think he's a
rock god.
He's a vocal legend of our time.
He's up there with the best of all time, especially that's still alive as well.
Should we talk about a few songs?
Oh, we could talk about a million songs from Miles, couldn't we?
I want to know your thoughts on, because we were such big Creed fans.
Yeah.
Can you remember what it was like when they announced Alter Bridge and who the new vocalist was going to be? Because I'd not heard Mayfield 4 before this. The first I'd heard Miles was putting on Alter Bridge's first album.
That was the first I heard of as well, to be honest.
And what were your initial thoughts then?
Obviously, I was devastated at the loss of Scott Stapp. Devastated. Because, I mean, who could fill his shoes? Miles Kennedy could. He did it. I feel like Miles Kennedy is Scott Stapp. At a higher... bear with me. At a higher... He's an octave higher version of Scott Stapp, isn't he?
I'm not sure what Miles would think of that.
Do you not think? If you get Miles Kennedy's voice and lower it an octave, you've got Scott Stapp, haven't you?
I don't know.
Try it. Shall we try it?
We'll try.
Just lower it an octave.
Or raise Scott
Stapp. Can you imagine if it's just Miles Kennedy? Can you imagine if Miles Kennedy lives inside Scott Stapp? You know, Alien in Men in Black, where his face kind of comes away and inside is Miles Kennedy. No? Just a theory. What songs anyway?
Standout tracks. Open Your Eyes.
Every time I've seen him play it live, it gives me goosebumps.
It's amazing.
That middle section is perfect. It's perfect from a vocal perspective and like a songwriting perspective as well.
You see his dynamics, don't you, as a vocalist?
Yeah.
Because sometimes these great vocalists, you hear all like the higher range stuff, and then you don't get to hear that kind of gentle, heartfelt, kind of warmer sounding stuff, and it's all in that one song.
It sends shivers down your spine when you hear that live.
2004, dude.
I thought it was later than that. That's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So old.
It's aged well, though. That album still sounds great.
It's the best album.
We've got a few more tracks. There's another Alter Bridge song called All Ends Well, or Fortress.
Yes. I'm not a big fan of Fortress, but that was quite a good song when you displayed it to me then.
It's got a arena filling chorus.
Yeah.
For me, it's proper class. That
is
chorus.
That the best song on that album? Would you say?
It's my favourite.
Has that got Isolation on that album?
Yes.
Isolation. I think it has. Pretty sure it has. Fact checking on the fly on this episode.
Isolation's on AB3.
Anything else? Maybe some Mayfield 4, Danny.
If you want to hear his like complete delicate vocal throughout this song, it's called Summer Girl, and it's from 2001. The entire track, it sounds like something Jeff Buckley would do.
Yeah, his voice goes to the extreme at the end in terms of what he can do with it, where he can take it. I thought he took it as far as he could, and then he went again, and it's like, oh my God.
Oh, dude, vocals of doom. This band is flipping amazing. But there is a penalty.
There is a penalty. So, Danny, would you go and see this band?
I would love to go and see this band because it would be absolutely class. But because, unfortunately, Nick broke the rules.
Rule break.
I'm not going to go and see this band out of spite.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting the spite comment.
Sorry, Nick.
That's the first. Is this the first time?
This is the first time.
What a shame, eh? What a shame.
We're in uncharted waters right now.
We are indeed, but there has to be a penalty. So I'm also choosing not to go and see this band.
You know the mad thing though?
What?
It's us two that are missing out. It's not like us two not going will affect the sales of this band.
I feel like we'll publicise it.
Oh.
The kind of touring the world, and we're like, wow. On the podcast.
Oh, Jim's going, is he?
Oh, on the podcast. On the podcast, he broke the rules. So, everyone else shouldn't really go, really, because he broke the ruls. That kind of thing.
That's all we can do at this point.
Well, there's another thing we can do. Danny, would you buy a T-shirt for this band?
Danny, would you buy a T-shirt? Danny, would you buy a T-shirt? Danny, would you buy a T-shirt?
Yet again.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't buy one.
And what's the reason for that?
Because the rules were broken.
Oh, my God. You're missing out on essential revenue there. Because I know Danny quite well, and he buys a lot of T-shirts and spends quite a bit of money on them sometimes. So Zev.
Miles, I've already bought one of your T-shirts.
I know you've kept Miles in coffee for about 2 years.
Dan, would you buy a T-shirt?
Absolutely not. I will not support this band because it's been born from a rule break.
So you wouldn't go and see them either?
I would not go and see them. I would not buy a T-shirt. I wish Nick all the best, though. He seemed like a lovely guy, and I don't think it was malicious.
No, absolutely not. It was an error.
There does have to be a penalty.
There has to be a penalty, I'm afraid.
And that is our scorn at the end of the podcast.
I'm just putting this out there.
Go for it.
Right, you can shut me down if you want. But am I still allowed to listen to this band?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you're joking.
I won't know. I don't check your listening history.
Nick, I'm still going to be listening to this band.
Oh my God, don't tell him.
Would you listen to this band?
Well, I won't tell you I would.
So we're both listening to this band.
I'd have a little listen, see what it's like.
We're both listening because we know it's going to be flipping amazing, that's why.
But we won't admit it. Oh, we've got to cut this bit out now, Leave all the rest of it and cut this bit. Leave all the floppy disk stuff in and cut this bit out.
Oh, dude.
It's the end.
It's the end. We've reached the end.
But where can we find Nick first? Just need to search for his bands. So FuryBorn, Maelstrom Aeterna, and just search for Nick Richardson.
Nick, it was an absolute pleasure having you on.
It was, and we
Thank you so much.
We jest about the rule break. No, we don't. No, take that back.
Be warned.
Be
warned, guests, future guests.
Nick, you need to watch out.
In Nick's defence, I mean, it is kind of a very complex road to pick members from Whitesnake. There's always going to be a risk there.
Yeah, I feel like we need to be really careful in future with anyone that's been in Whitesnake. Oh, it's a pleasure having him on anyway. Thank you, Nick. Really appreciate you coming on the podcast and kind of ruining the whole format for us.
Thanks, Nick. It's been brilliant, mate. Thank you to our listeners. Thanks for sticking with us. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share.
Definitely. It's really important you do that because there could be someone out there that needs this in their life. And if you don't share it, how will they know?
Are you lacking light entertainment in your life?
Are you feeling a little bit sad at the minute?
It's got a bit serious, doesn't it?
Click on Pick and Licks now to be very lightly entertained.
We promise no more.
No more, no less than light entertainment. Right, dude.
Right.
We can babble on forever.
Yeah.
Say bye-bye.
Until next time. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
We're so sorry.